Good morning. It is time to trade. So let's take a look and see what the early birds have been up to since, the middle of the night when the rest of us normal people have been sleeping. Let's just draw a quick line. It's always fun to draw lines. So if we draw a line like this, to be honest with you, it's perfect right now for a setup for a buy. So I think that's what we should do. I wonder if I can move this. Let's put this right over here. I think it's time to buy. What do you think? Man, I love getting in the market. So we are going to buy, and 1, 2, 3, because that's how many we want to buy with a 10 pip gain and a 10 pip loss. And let's hit it. Nice. Okay, so let's move this around so we can see what we're looking at. So here's our loss down here. It kind of worked out perfect on the shelf. Our profit's up here. And now we'll have to see if this little sell-off right here flips a UE, or you never know. We could lose. We really could lose. I think we got a 50-50 chance of losing because that's how trading goes. All right, dudes, this thing is turned back around almost picture perfect. I think we just happened to look at the chart almost exactly at the right time. So we got a nice tall blue candle. It's moving up into the money. All we need to do is just wait now and have that thing keep on grinding. Man, I love trading. How much fun is this? All right, the chart shows kind of this flat area right here where it keeps kind of bouncing back and forth, and I think that's fine. It's kind of like the calm before the storm. Our volume looks really good down here. It's tapered off just a little bit, but it still looks like it's decent volume. So what we're kind of hoping, obviously, is that this thing climbs up and takes a profit. If you look at the morning trend from the early birds, it points north. We've got a north wind. It really should blow that way. It's about 15 minutes from opening bell on the New York stock market. So, we're starting to get some chatter around that. It doesn't always happen this way, but we're starting to see it kind of move up the last 10 minutes. And I still think it's a solid trade. I think it's a great trade. But we got a nice tight stop down there at 10 pips, and we'll just either take our money or take our loss. It just really doesn't matter because it's just so fun. 717.28. Whoo, market took a huge swing down. We lost nearly 5 pips in like a matter of seconds. Look at this big red candle. This thing's going down. It's going to dive hard. It's clear this thing is going straight down. That's a big old red candle. So I think we probably made a bad trade here, but let's keep an eye on it, see what happens. And if it does, then we'll pick our new trend. Based on the volume, we'll probably turn around, double down, and see if we can't catch this thing moving unless we end up getting a real clear trend going down. And who knows, maybe it's just bobbing right here with uncertainty. There's a lot of volume right here pushing it down. Maybe it's just the trough we need to launch this thing straight up. All right, this thing is actually moving back around. Look how it went up. And then it went down hard, and it's coming back up. I mean, we are having ourselves a classic tug-of-war. The buyers and the sellers are just yanking on each other, fighting. They're in the pits trying to shove each other down. Volume looks good. And really, it looks good both ways. So I think it really is a 50-50. Who knows? I still think we got a pretty good chance of going up because the overall trend from the early birds is up. So I still think we got a pretty good shot at hitting that profit. But what a tug of war we're watching here. This is sweet. All right, this thing is starting to move. We actually have 3 blue candles in a row, and this one's showing some strength. It's kind of picking up some steam, and that that trend that we saw this morning is starting to move and pick back up after this little trough. So, you know, that trough like right before 7 o'clock, it's a real thing. It happens all the time. So what we're trying to do now is just push this thing up into our take profit. Volume's a little bit off at around 300 on this candle, but I think we're going to still move forward. I may have spoke a little bit too early, but we're still trading. Look at this big spinner right here. Still wants to go up. We're in the first 5 minutes of the trading. Dow is up 37. I think this thing's got a chance of grinding now. Now that we have the market open and the trend setting of up, everything we need is in the green. Let's go ahead and move this thing up into a take profit. You can do it. 738.12. All right, big blue candle moving up. We're like 3 or 4 pips away from closing this thing out. That's pretty good. Look at that nice little trend. Definitely the buyers are pushing hard up. So I think this has got a chance of hitting and going. So stop is obviously way down here. I mean, it could definitely turn and hit it, but all things look like we are on our way to closing out. It's like a waterfall of red. Blue, 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 red, 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 red. So this thing is tipping over harder than a bucket of mud. I don't know what it's going to do. I got a pretty good feeling it's going to go all the way. Look at that. Go, baby. Just hit that stop loss. Grind it. Maybe I'm an idiot, but I don't really care whether it wins or loses. I just think this is a fun rodeo because as soon as it stops out, we get to start placing a new trade. Or losses either way, but that's a pretty red candle. So it'll either trend down and go really grind down, maybe back to where it was at the beginning, or the next candle it'll flip around and it'll be game over and we'll see a nice little push up. Hang tough, hang tough. This is fun. I hope you're in the market. Hope you're trading, seeing the same things. Other than I hope you're more in the money than I am. This thing is really going down. Look at this big old waterfall of red goodness. Except for I'm on the wrong side of the market. But it's going down. We're like, what, 5.5 pips out? I don't know. There's kind of like a recess point right here as well. So who knows? Maybe it'll bounce off that and go. But look at this like W trough right here. Pretty hard to decide which way it's going. Pretty hard. That's why they call it trading. It's basically a mirror image of gambling at this point. All right, so we came about halfway down and then this thing decided to flip. Look at this blue candle starting to pop back up. Man, we kept rolling around in the trough. This is 2 days in a row where we just sit around a 20 pip corridor. Sometimes you just chug them out 5, 6 in the morning, and sometimes you literally just sit here and watch candles go up and down, up and down, up and down. It's like a seesaw or I don't know. It's like that song. I'm going up, down, up, down, up, down. Anyway, that was some poor singing. You're welcome. I don't know, maybe this thing will flip around and go blue and go whoop, whoop, whoop. All right, guys, we got our bounce right off the bottom here. Let's see if it's a big enough bounce to get us moving up. But at least we did get a bounce. It's hanging in there. I thought for sure we were gonna get stopped out. I mean, we were close. But big bounce, candle here. This might be just the thing we need to get this thing moving in the right direction. Either that or it's gonna go crash and burn. Oh yeah, I kind of saw this coming. There was a big old kind of candle. It recessed. I wondered if it just round right back off and drop. So 8.5 pips out. There's a pretty good chance this thing is not going to come back up in time. So a couple more pips. we'll hit our stop, reevaluate. I don't know, maybe there's a new trend going down. I think we'll have to sit and watch it here for a half hour and see what happens before we jump back in. I don't know. See what's gonna happen. You dirty bugger. Just bouncing right there, isn't it? Just bouncing. Yeah, see, look, now we've got the same twin towers at the bottom as we had at the top. Volume's good. It's fine. I mean, we're like 430 on the volume. So it's not the volume that's the problem. It's really that we have no idea which way to go. No idea which way to go. All right, guys, we finally got closed out. It dipped down hard, took it out. Okay, we all kind of saw this coming. So now we regroup. We're going to double down. We are going to double down. We're going 10 here. Whoops. Take profit at 10. Go. Do it. Did it send it? There it is. All right, guys. So we're back in. We doubled down. I still think that there's a chance this thing's going to rifle back up to here. All right, we may have gotten the bounce we needed. This thing is actually starting to turn right here. We finally have a powerful blue candle coming up. And it doesn't have to go far. We're like 4.5 pips into the money now. So this has a chance of running up and closing out for our double down. But I'll tell you what, that was quite the little move down. But now that we're, now we're after opening bell, this thing might kind of clean out and start to find a new trend. I don't know if that trend's going to be down or up today. Who knows? But I do think it was the right call to go up as far as the double down trade. So here we are. It's a powerful blue candle. Look at that thing going. I mean, it is definitely, and we got good volume, 500 on the volume. So I think let's just hang on to this and see if this thing grinds it out. I mean, it is going. Woo, buddy. Let's go. Let's go. I mean, we only need a couple more pips and this thing is gonzo. This thing is knocking on heaven's door. Look at this. The double down is so close. What are we, like 1 pip away? Come on, baby. Squeeze it. Squeeze. Oh, it broke the line. Broke the line. I'm telling you, that is fun every time. If you have not experienced a trade closing out, you're missing out on life. That was so much fun. Thanks for watching. See ya.